and welcome to a Sunday night real world op. Just missed it, but the Queen of the Sky has just departed. It's very busy here at LAX. I don't know what's going on, but it's like we got our own air show. People dive bombing and flying by and everything right now. A little bit chaotic. Currently sitting in LA, like I just mentioned, and we'll be loading up our party crew because we were heading on over to Las Vegas. I'm getting a bit tired of flying at night, so this cold weather in the winter is getting to me. So having a little bit of sunshine for tonight was definitely needed. You can see we are in the PMDG 737-800 again, and I hope you guys are enjoying the webcam view of the MCP and Switchbox. Roy is walking on sunshine, and if I get lonely, he can come chat with me. Feel free, Roy. And then Eric, welcome. Glad you guys are here tonight with us. Just jumping back to the MCP here. Built this year and a half ago now, I guess. Maybe 2 years. Not quite 2 years, but a year and a half. And it works like a charm with the 737. It's from the MCP is actually designed by 737 DIY Sim. And you can get that from his website. Hello! Holy smokes! Somebody wanted to be on stream. Blew my eardrums out too. Anyways, 737DIYsim.com is where you can get this design from. You need a 3D printer and some soldering skills, and that's about it. And then this up here is a homebrew. We're supposed to have the APU, the gauge for the APU, but I haven't got around to that yet. Let me know if you guys have any more questions about this, and we can discuss it on tonight's stream. And then while we get started, if you guys could please like, comment, and subscribe below if you're liking the comment that we are providing here. And there's also some links below if you feel the urge to support the channel and everything it has to offer. Also, if you're a VATSIM user, check out the VATSIM user sheet there. I believe it's the flight data sheet. It's something I designed and put out there on my Buy Me a Coffee. Currently we have Roy and Ken on the ground here with us. How expensive is it? We'll talk about that here in a minute. Let me get back inside the cockpit because it is so noisy out here. They're waiting for me to shut up and get back in the air, so let's go ahead and hop back in the cockpit. And we are on live weather and live time. And I'm stepping all over my stuff because I can't even think, it's so loud. Okay, real quick, how expensive is it? So it's a hard question. I get asked it all the time. If you already have a 3D printer, the resins, and then maybe some of the hardware, you might need a couple. I need 2 Arduinos, a bunch of these switches, these toggles, rotary encoders. If you had everything on hand, it's really cheap. You got to buy everything together. I would price it between $200 and $400, just depending on where you source the parts from. That's the biggest thing. If you're willing to wait, you can go AliExpress and get a lot of this for really cheap. But if you want it really quickly and a little bit impatient, like I was, I got a lot of stuff from Amazon. I had to buy too much of one thing to get it all together. It was probably closer to $300 or $400. But I also had to buy a 3D printer. So all in all, it just depends on where you can source parts from is your biggest cost factor. And as far as time goes, it took me 6 weeks on an Ender 5 Pro to put the whole thing together. Now, if you got one of the newer 3D printers, those things are blowing Ender 5 Pro out of the water for as far as print times. So it'd be a lot quicker. All right, let's go ahead and get ourselves unmuted here. It looks like Dev and Gary has joined us here. And let's get this thing up and running.
Got the 800 now. I'm in the 800.
Okay, I'm back.
Are you fine, the 800?
Yep, 800.
Okay.
All right, battery on. Let's go ahead and get the APU started. So on, start, back to on. APU is starting. Emergency lights. Go ahead and go into nav mode. Oops. Probably going to hear this thing beeping at me as the APU gets started up and before we swap over to ground the APU power. Let that all start getting up and running. And we'll want to have our position lights on. And everything else is good right now. There's the beeping I was warning about. I flew last week the Boeing 777-300 from Memphis to... You say that DeGale Airport? DeGale, maybe?
Charles de Gaulle, is that what it is?
It looks like, yeah, he misspelled de Gaulle.
Oh, de Gaulle? Oh, okay. De Gaulle. Okay.
It's a big airport in Gay Paris.
How'd the 777 go? Or actually, who or which 777 were you flying? Go and get these passengers comfortable. APU bleed on and packs to auto. Isolation valve to auto. Alright, let's go to our electronic flight bag. Get some brief. De Gaulle and Paris. Okay, yeah. And go ahead and grab a couple charts here and pin them. Report info on the Orca 5 departure. Orca 5, let's go ahead and pin that. What's up, Diesel? How you doing tonight? The Aero Cargo 777. Who made the 777? You say Aero Cargo, is that the airline, I assume? And then the arrival are in Renders. How do you say that? Renders. Renders 2. And then we are expecting 26 left for the approach. Ooh, we got 2 charts here. What's the difference between the Zulu and Yankee? Anything substantial? We're going to Meissen first, which is we could probably get away with just the Zulu. Oops, wrong chart. Aero Cargo is a freight carrier. Okay, yeah. So, which mod did you use for the 777? Yeah, I'm just gonna do the Zulu approach. Am I excited for the 777? Absolutely. Everyone in the Discord is talking about it at least on a weekly basis so that we can drive each other crazy with bets on when they're going to actually release the thing. Alright, runway ID, we're departing 24 left. Import the rest from OFP and aircraft. Oh, you know what? Can't do that. Back over here. Got that from SimBrief already. Let's go ahead and start with the FMC down here. Go ahead and grab the position. Route. Let's go ahead and request it from SimBrief. Set payload, set fuel. Select the route. Request. Bought it in the store. Can't wait for MSFS 2024. Oh, so I don't know who makes a 777 right now that's in the store, but I'm sure.
Captain Sim.
Oh, Captain Sim? Oh, well.
Yep.
So does it have a 737 cockpit or an A320 cockpit?
Nope, it has a 777 cockpit, but it uses the 747's flight model and systems.
Okay. So yeah, the PMDG is going to be a very nice airplane.
Very nice and very expensive.
Well, we don't know any pricing yet. I would imagine it's going to be at least what's the highest dollar 737 right now? 80 bucks, 70 bucks?
80 bucks.
80 bucks?
I'm guessing 100 bucks.
Maybe at least that, maybe a little bit more. Activate, execute. Beautiful. Okay, over to Perfect. Clear this, clear that. So 13.7 on the fuel, which matches my OFP. Go back out and do the performance here. Wow, 100 bucks. It's entirely possible. They were very pricey for P3D. I think it was like $130 or $140 on P3D. It's kind of crazy.
To be fair, the 737 was also over $100 on P3D, so like it could be 80 bucks again for the 777.
So it may just be 80 bucks, just because MSF has got a lot larger of a user base than P3D ever did. Local altimeter's 3010. Jumping all over the place. Yeah, I'm disappointed in that. And disappointed in the P3D pricing. go ahead. 0 fuel weight. 123.6.
Have you taken off or do I still have time to get in?
I'm just now setting everything up.
Michael, you doing the Yankee or Zulu ILS into Vegas?
I put Zulu in. Let's see. Reserve fuel 6.9. We've got a cost index of 2.3. Plan fuel 13.7. Still don't understand the purpose of plan versus fuel here. Maybe it's just a way to confirm that you've got enough on the airplane. It may just be an extra check. Cruise is going to be, I believe it was flight level 270. Yep, 270. 270, and the winds, excuse me, are going to be 170 at 9. And execute. I'm still new to MSFS. What is P3D is a different flight simulator. It was created by Lockheed Martin, I believe.
Yes, based on FSX.
Yep. Let's go back to our performance calc. And we have a rating of takeoff 1. Look at that. I was just complaining about never getting anything other than a max takeoff, so it's nice to see a D rate. Takeoff flaps 5. CG is 252. 2. And then let's go ahead and put our departure in here, which was the Orca 5, runway 24 left. 24 left. Orca 5 and Meisen. Transition. Execute. Arrival. Get the right one. It helps. 26 left. ILS. I said Zulu. I think it was. I posted it a minute ago on the schedule channel. It was 65 is where I parked at.
Thank you.
26 left with the renders to arrival. Let's go on my page. There we go. And Meisen transition. Execute. Hey, have you ever had an issue where your plane froze for a few seconds on landings? I'm trying to find a fix for that. When you say freeze, are you talking about the controls? Or is your entire system freezes up? Go back to our init. Put our V-speeds in. And we're good to go there. What's up, Sean? How you doing tonight? Alright, 145 plus 15 is going to be 160. Runway heading. Pull up that chart. And charts, airport. We are on 24 left. 251. And then our departure. Oh, mid-sim, just like a few seconds stutter. It's so annoying because the touchdown is the best part of flight. Yeah, that is really annoying. You might try turning down your object level of detail. It might be trying to load in a bunch of stuff on the ground right when you're touching down. You might drop that by 25 or 50. See if that helps. And go from there. Alright, top of the altitude 230. We're not on ATC, so with such a high altitude, we'll go ahead and go on up to 270. Because normally we'd be cleared well before that. Back to airport. We can have that pulled up. Make it easy to taxi. And we are at 24 left, so we're going to be taking Kilo up to Delta. Alright, let's check the overhead real quick. Hell dampener. I don't think we'll have any fuel in the center tanks. We do not. Let's leave those pumps off. Power is all good on the APU gen right now. Seatbelts. Get our electric fuel pumps on. We'll leave the probe heat off until we get started since it's a little warmer here. And altitude is 270. Landing altitude is 20, call it 2200. Yeah, I'll try that. Thanks. What settings do you have on level of detail for yourself? We can look at that real quick, actually. I have a pretty beefy hardware, so don't take what I use as any sort of guide, but I've got 200 and 350, but I've got a 13900K. So it's a little more powerful than a lot of stuff that's out there right now. Granted, the Ryzen has the best processor for MSFS right now.
I didn't know you ran Intel.
What's that?
I didn't know you ran an Intel processor.
Yep. Alright, flight director's on. Go ahead and arc on the throttle. See if we can do VNAV, LNAV, and we should be able to. Yep, there we go. RTO on the auto brake. And I believe we are ready for a start. If I missed something, it's nothing major. So let's go ahead and check behind us real quick. Alright, got this guy right here, but he should be out of the way pretty soon. So we'll do nose to the right. Nose to the right. FS actions, ground services. Go ahead and remove the chocks. Turn. Push back. Doing a left, standard left turn, nose to the right. Oh dang, I see. I've got a 1660 Ti and I have it on 80. I don't think that's too much to handle. The rest of the flight is pretty smooth. I'll try lowering it. Yeah, it's the LOD settings are more based on your CPU power. So, what processor do you have? Go ahead and attach the tug here. TPX.
Cockpit to ground.
A little laggy here at LAX with these settings, but it's not. It's manageable.
Cleared for pushback and start. They want the tail to our left.
Check IR and confirm smart cars. Smart cars is working.
Tail to the left. Park brakes off.
Brake off.
Brakes released.
Today is an even day, so let's go engine 2. Guard. And pack 2 off. Engine 2 coming up.
Here we go.
Still can't believe you have to go to the FMC to remove chocks. Hey, hopefully, this bad boy right here solves all of our problems when the 777 comes out. Hopefully they get more of those options built into the EFB. It drives me nuts. Got our beacon light. Got your beacon light on. Beacon lights on.
There's no way they do that.
They said they were going to, so we'll see. Now this is they said they were going to a year ago.
Yeah, they care so little about the EFB.
I think they just had their hands tied with other things. Get the fuel in there. Wait a little long. Distracted as usual. You got an i7 9700K. Yeah, your settings are going to be on the lower end for the terrain level of detail and object level of detail. Hold on, Tommy. Long time no see. Can't wait for it next year. Next year. Diesel's got jokes, man. He's got jokes. You're going to upset Dev. Be careful.
Don't say that.
Dev's going to have a little hissy fit. All right, engine 2 is up and running. Let's go ignition to the left. Go flaps 5.
Pushback complete. Park and brake set.
Park and brake.
Brake set.
And fuel on 1. School, and work. Yeah, I understand that. Like all I do is hey, YouTube's kind of fun, don't get me wrong, but it is a bit like work sometimes, so all I feel like I ever do is work. FMC, verify speeds, verify takeoff speed, 154. Those are correct. 160 on IS. I wonder why that popped up. Maybe it was because I didn't refresh this page. I'm not sure. Alright, I heard engine number 2 come up. So let's go Gen 1, Gen 2. And then let's shut our APU off. APU bleed off. Engine 1 and 2 on. And packs to auto. Confirm altitudes. Altitudes look good. Auto, 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 auto. And then on, off, on. Alright. Repeat. Scan the overhead here real quick. Everything looks as if it should be. Continuous on the ignition. Is that the panel you made? Yes, it is, Tommy. Alright, flight controls. Being correct. Flaps are 5. And we are looking to take a right turn out to, I guess we get to take Charlie over to Kilo, over to the Delta, and then Delta 7 Echo to the runway. 24 left, 24 left. All right. Very nice. How many hours that take? Took 6 weeks. We can break off. All right, full throttle. No takeoff config alarms. And let's go taxi light and runway turn off lights. That's a wild airplane. Condor. Who's this waiting? Is this somebody waiting for me?
Yeah.
Ken. Awesome.
Me too.
Oh, that's you in the little jet. Okay.
Yep.
Are you Magic Mike? Is that why your tail number is M Mike? Alright, Ron, go ahead. Magic Mike. Tommy says hi, Ken.
Hey, Tommy.
Tommy, you're probably shocked to see me in the 737. But I've been flying it a lot the past, what, 2 weeks now?
Yeah, you loving it.
Hey, those landing rates, man. You must be really enjoying the PMDG. Yeah, I mean, I've always liked the product. I just prefer Airbus.
Yeah. You want them
Now.
weird guys?
I'm telling you, man, being able to eat more Oreos and fly the airplane at the same time on a lunch tray. Always going to be a winner. I still have the habit of wanting to arm the spoilers. I'm not gonna lie, I just reached down to grab my spoiler lever there and realized I didn't need that. Alright, is everybody else good to go right now? Make sure we're not getting started before everybody's ready. Condor paints their aircraft like they remind people of a beach setting. Yeah, from the beach shorts from the 70s, maybe.
Further back than that, it'd be like the 50s.
I'll show your age, man.
I say nothing.
Right turn onto Kilo, and then another right turn onto Delta. Oh, let's get line back up.
That's
Whoa, he's up there southwest. Hey, I gotta keep up with Magic Mike up here in his little, what are you flying tonight, the longitude or citation?
Who's Magic Mike?
Ron's tail number shows up as M-Mike, so I'm calling him Magic Mike.
Does it?
Yeah, that's why I keep calling you Magic Mike.
I see it as Papa Ron.
Oh, that's even better. Diesel says none of them.
Microsoft Magic.
Yeah, Magic
But I got low
Mike.
flight level today.
Yeah, there's probably some bad winds or something up there. Diesel says, none of them flying both the Phoenix and the PMDG. I'm equally addicted to both. Yeah, I mean, they're both the best products on the market right now, by far. And the flight level also, Dev, is probably based on the fact this is like a 250-mile flight. It's pretty short. I just picked up the Piper M500. Okay, so what do you think, Tommy, about the Garmin 1000s and that thing? Because that is the only reason I haven't picked it up, because that thing looks amazing. And I absolutely love is the Sting. FS Realistic Sting. Not FS Realistic Sting. Who makes that? Who makes the Piper? Gonna make me look it up.
It's whoever makes smart cars. TDEI design.
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's FS Reborn. There we go. That was close.
Oh.
FS Realistic, FS Reborn. I can see why I made that mistake. So far, I like it. 2 test flights, 60 nautical mile, hand flies well. Yeah, the Sting hand flew extremely well, and I was very pleased with it. I have a hard time with the Garmin 1000. Maybe if I just sucked it up and actually learned it and then got used to it, it wouldn't be that big of a deal, but it's kind of a pain to use with a mouse. If you had some real sim gear G1000 panels, that would be a different story. Tommy, what do you think of the new microphone? I don't know if you've heard it in its full glory yet. Alright, Sean, how far behind are you?
I'm just sitting on my airplane right now.
Okay. Roy says, sounds good from here. Awesome. So it took me about 15 minutes to figure it out from cold and dark. Yes, it is, but I'm still playing around with the G1000. Sounds great. Awesome. Thank you. What'd you say, Diff?
I'm still starting up. I'm going to be a little bit.
Alright, that's fine. I gotta wait on Magic Mike anyways. Hey, Ron, how many movies you gonna have?
I don't know. Many as I can get out of it.
Milk it till it's dry.
The last one I'll be in a walker.
Alright, trim 4.5 basic plus enough. Alright, Roy, you're up first. What Vegas scenery do you have? Default. I almost bought I think it's Fly Tampa. Almost bought it earlier. But I'm in the process of buying a car at the moment, so gotta get something that gets a little better gas mileage than my truck.
Vegas
Sure it's
default
clear.
is not too bad.
No, it's actually pretty decent. Still sitting and watching. Thanks, Roy. Appreciate it. Roy, how do you say your last name? Gary? Gary. Or the second part of your name.
Okay, I'm going.
Go for it, Ron.
Be
All you.
careful.
Yeah, watch out for the air show up there. You might be dodging airplanes like geese.
There's a lot of water off the end of the runway, too.
Well, maybe I shouldn't have made that reference with the water at the end of the runway.
It's just a little puddle.
A little puddle jumper. That's what I got. Fly Tampa is great. All right, let's watch Ron. I'm sorry, Magic Mike real quick. And then we will enter the runway. Yeah, up he goes. Beautiful takeoff. All right. We minus this dude landing, looks like on the other runway. Landing lights. Strobe. And TCAS. Hello, everyone. What's up, GV Some World? Alright. Fight with the oversteering issue on this thing. Turn the tiller too hard, it likes to skid those front tires. Alright, 50%.
You had the same problem I did with it.
Let's go Toga. Yeah, it's a normal problem with it. Oh, I meant to try the button on my throttle here.
80 knots.
Right, I'm getting in position. Hold.
V1. Rotate.
And we're up. You're up.
Positive rate of climb.
747 behind me.
Runway lights, taxi lights off. Goes back over. Let's go autopilot. And we're gonna get to play with this here in a second. Let's get some flaps up. FMC, unable next altitude. Alrighty. Flaps are up. Speed brake off. And let's go. Got heading mode, runway heading. Go heading select. Let's do a left turn. So much nicer with hardware.
I'm still jealous.
And then we're gonna go legs, clipper, the vectors, execute, backhand to LNAV. Here we go. Alright, landing lights are still on, runway lights are off, taxi lights are off, logo's on, position with beacon is on, I'm sorry, position with the strobe is on, beacon on, and APU is off. Auto brakes off.
Rolling.
Have fun. Going to have to invent time so you have enough to make me one. Alright. It makes a world of difference when you're flying the 737. Holy crap. Especially when you land, you know, you start flipping all the lights and everything on the ground, and then you just like, oh, you want the APU? Just turn the APU on. You know, it's no big deal. It's a nice view right there.
Did you have a vector in your flight plan?
Yeah, you had the runway heading vector out. I flew a little bit, and then heading mode, then did a direct clipper, back to nav mode. No descent path after Bourbon. Okay. Got a vector right there. Take head tracking off for a second. Alright, there's 10,000 feet. Landing lights can come off. Speed's increasing. Confirmed. Here goes somebody. Who's that? There's Ken. He's about to get intercepted by an F-18, so watch out for that, Ken.
Alright, got my tail gunner on him.
And let's go
There you
ahead.
go.
Go to.
You sure that wasn't wrong?
Magic Mike's probably already at cruise level. He's got the special propulsion jet. And then let's plan, sorry. Let's go. What are we showing here? Alright, so we are going. Oops. Wrong page, wrong button. We're gonna step through. So we got a downwind, and then to a vector. Okay, that's why. So we'll just expect. It's got 8,000. That's why I don't like the MSFS servers. Well, it was a little entertaining sometimes with the air show we were receiving, but you know, group flight can be a little challenging to do VATSIM. Did you throw the vector circles in? The vector circles. What do you mean by vector circles? Talking about like a radius at the waypoint? Fix for final. Yep. No, I have not. Is that the same way you do it on the A320?
That's the fixed page.
Fixed page. Shand. Tommy, what do you normally use for your distances? Fixed page, put the waypoint in, got that. Radius, distance, or radial distance. 10 miles. Ten and 4? Or so we've got the. Let's take a look at the chart real quick. Approach. Let's open her up. Make sure everything outside looks okay because we're about to hit 18,000 feet. And then we'll let I'll let Lamy teach me something here. Tommy, sorry about that. Close enough, over standard. Going to 270. So 259 on the course. Yes, by the 4 mile point, I want to be fully configured. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. You're saying distances from there. Okay, I gotcha. What's your 10 mile waypoint then? I guess it really depends on your chart. So here they've got 10 miles. You are somewhere around between Relin and Shan. So 10 mile is your glide slope capture, basically, approximately. So I've got 1.1, 4.1, so that's 5.3. 5.3. That'd be 5.3 then. The first fix on a final approach. Okay. Gotcha. So your Shand waypoint then. So 5 and 10. Well, you have 4 and 10. So we'll do 5. Radial 259. What's... Can you... I guess the radio would give you your a line, right? Nope, 259. Oh, that gives you a radial to the runway. Okay, I see what that does now. And then you have your about 10 miles. About. So you could do the reciprocal. 259, so that is 79. Invalid entry. Uh-oh. Maybe 079? Yep, that's it. That way you have that going up both sides. Oh, wait a minute. Whoops. Gotta do next page. And that's that Shand. Crap. Okay. Here's page. Let's just delete this one. So I guess you would have KLAS. Just about, yeah. On this arrival, yeah, I just according to the plate, but those two are my standard. Gotcha. Yes, radar has to be 3 digits. Yep, yeah, I figured that out. Mountains we're flying over are beautiful. Alright, so KLAS. Let's do 4 miles at 279. No. 259. Or shoot. 259, 4 miles. Then next page, KLAS. We want it to be 079 at 10 miles. There we go. Well, this is what I was taught. Ah, yeah, well, you're being taught by an actual 737 pilot, so. Me, I learned from YouTube. Alright, 1,000-foot alarm for our cruise level, 2,700 or 27,000. That takes care of our circles there. Just to add more information to our already busy nav display. Do them now, and I will always share the info. Oh, you got 2 of them? What? At least you'll share. At least you're not hogging at all. I appreciate that. I might have to fly the 737 more if I've got 2 pilots in my back pocket. It does look pretty flat. There we go. That's better. Whoa. That's a good picture. Really like the haze in the mountains. Yeah, Bill and a captain from DCA. Plus on my TT, I got 6 or 7 pilots. You mean YouTube? Or TikTok? TikTok. Okay. I got a few guys who actually fly. But I don't think I have any, unless they just haven't sent anything. Any 737 or A320s or any of those guys. Any pilots. And my YouTube won't go active for 2 more weeks. Ah. Now we are leaving the departure there. Let's go on back over the map view. Top of descent's coming up. So busy adding these random circles, Tommy suggested that I forgot to turn the traffic on.
I hope you mean top of climb, not descent.
Top of descent's coming up, so maybe that's what was on my mind.
You're that fast?
It's about 50 miles. Actually, the desert closer to Las Vegas shouldn't have much haze at all. Looks about the same if I look around. Next time they are teaching me stuff, you and everyone are more than welcome. Alright, Tommy, let me know. Well, you said be right back, so let me know when you're back if you can hear me still. Alright, descent. Let's go ahead and get our forecasted winds. I swear this purposely delayed just to annoy the crap out of me. There it is. Load. What? There it goes. The 737's screwing with me, man. I swear.
What's a VDMA approach?
VDMA?
Yep, I'm seeing that on FMC. I'm selecting my approach as one of the approach options.
Let me look at the charts. VOR DME, maybe?
Oh, that would make perfect sense. Yep, that's exactly what it is. Thank you.
26 left on the charts here. Sorry, I'm pulling stuff up on Avigraph. Alright, we're getting close to the top of descent, so let's go ahead and grab our minimums. You're showing 2,269 feet. Sit here and hold the scroll button for an hour. Watch, I'm gonna get a copyright for doing that. Nobody report me, please.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Please don't.
Oh, I won't. I'm just saying I wouldn't be surprised if someone would.
Yeah. Like, really? Really, guys? I think I said 2269. Yep, 2269. There's got to be a faster way to do that. I'll ask Tommy when he gets back. What's that?
Never retracted my flaps.
Whoops.
I do that all the time.
Go ahead and get our performance tool landing en route. Runway 26 left. Flaps 30 is what I'm going to expect. 3023. Let's go ahead and set that. Pre-select that. Copyright laws. What happens in group flight stays in group flight. There we go, Roy. That's what I like to hear. And first are all operational. Calculate. Oh shoot, we can probably do brakes too. You know, one thing I need to look at is my fuel quantities. We're getting a little low. What's your all's oil quantities in the air? I got 44 and 55.
I check that.
I need to service the oil when we get on the ground. Most likely. Actually, what is the... Does anybody know the minimum? I mean, I've flown probably 20 hours in the past 2 weeks in this thing, so... I did refill it one day, so I'm kind of surprised it's that low. Auto brakes 2...
12 liters.
12 liters.
I don't know if that's your question or not.
Well, how much can... What's the maximum quantity? Because this is given the percentage. Hydraulic quantity. So that decreases, I think. 19?
Yep. I'm confused. I'm getting mixed answers though. I'm
Okay.
looking online.
Okay. So we have a mandatory 8,000 foot altitude at Reno. Look at the star here. What does it have us going? Oh, that's such an annoying glitch. Tries to load the chart and then crashes back to the, we'll call it desktop. Alright, so this has us 8,000 feet for Roman. Is that what we have in here? Legs. Got bourbon. Which one? I'm not seeing this waypoint. Let's go ahead and assume 8,000 for now. At least we won't miss our top of descent. Yeah, 8,000 feet for bourbon is what the FMC shows. What? Where's the waypoint?
You guys doing the RNAV approach?
Oh, there it is. RNAV arrival, ILS approach.
Okay.
26 left. What was it? Yankee or Zulu?
Yankee, yes.
Yeah, no, I got Zulu.
Oh, Yankees want lines up correct, direct with R&D, but it's probably just got different approaches.
Yes. Oh yeah, you know what? Let's look at this again. Oh, this works too. We are descending.
It's so funny, the top of descent and top of climb are less than 20 miles apart from each other.
Yeah. Burn all that fuel to get up here. Oh, these shadows on the backs of these mountains are starting to look really good. Oh, you can hear that bass. Grab some pictures there. Look at the texture on that thing. Wonder how much speed you lose because of that texturing for the anti-slip.
This can't. It says minimums are 2,269. There's no way that's correct.
That's correct. Airport altitude's 2,200.
Oh, okay, never mind. Take that back.
I mean, a little less than that. It's like 21 something. How you doing back there, Sean?
I'm good.
Awesome.
I'm just about to reach top of climb here.
Alright, winds 050 at 10 knots, 10 miles visibility, broken clouds at 25,000. Temperature's 20 degrees Celsius, nice and warm. A lot cooler than when it was like 115 degrees when I was there last year. Fahrenheit. 3023. Make sure that's still right. Yep. Just in case it starts getting a little dark, we'll get some lights on here for you guys watching. Don't need circuit breaker lights. Oh boy. Alright, final course 259. Let's go ahead and swing our heading bug around. We need that soon. Coming up on 18,000 feet, we'll swap over to local barometric pressure. Alright, some items of concern on our arrival here is we do have some mountains. I'm not sure if it shows it on the ILS chart or not, but we'll pull it up. It does, awesome. Got these, at Preno, we got the mandatory 8,000 feet, which should keep us clear of the mountains that are around. They're all about 5,000 feet or so, 5,000 something feet, yep. So as long as we keep it above 8 until we are at Preno, we'll be alright. What's interesting to me is... Okay, this localizer just extends way out here. Our final approach fix is at Railing. And we need to be at 3,800 feet there. Go around procedures, climb to 3,200, straight out, a right turn to 6,000 on a heading of 080. That has us basically doing a right traffic, and what we'll do is if we do have to do that, we'll stay at that 6,000 feet until we get to Larry and then come back in. What a jumbled mess right there. Whew. Gotta be better ways of displaying this. Should have some very nice colors coming into Las Vegas today. Look at back. This is ridiculous. Them making me work. I know, right, Tommy? Like, you're trying to teach me things here. Like, why are they taking my resource away from me? Alright, Tommy, you might know this answer. And I think I know what the problem is. I just gotta experiment. You may not be able to hear it on the stream. But every time I hold my right mouse button down to move my camera around, I hear the seat belts clicking on and off. And it seems because it was an auto. But I'll also see this right here. So if I hold the mouse button, check out this speed. I don't know what it is. I think it has something to do with the secondary action. I just need to unbind it and try. But with the right mouse button is bound to a bunch of different things by default, and secondary action is one of them. Alright, Tommy, another question I have for you since you're back is, at what full quantity do you refuel it? Obviously, mine's getting a little low here. Yeah, it's most likely the bonding. Usually is. What's going on, Mark? Good evening to you too, sir. Another question, Tommy. Which screen do you prefer to use on your approach? Never let it go below 5,000 pounds. About that. Oil quantity. Oil quantity. That one. Okay. Thanks. This is all I ever use in the Airbus too, so I have a hard time changing it from that. It makes sense. Makes all the sense I need. Alright, the ILS frequency is 1115. I'll transfer that over. Confirm 111.5. Yep. Oh, I don't know. Every 5 flights I hit the maintenance. Okay, yeah, it's probably been at least 5 flights, which is probably why it's nice and low right now. We'll take care of that on the ground. Don't you guys let me forget.
Right.
That makes a huge difference. Altimeter, yep, up. Great minds think alike. I just happened to look at my altitude when I reset my view there, and I was like, uh-oh. Wasn't too far off, at least. Spoilers out. When you say spoilers out, you just saying armed, or... I feel like... I mean, it's... right on path now, so I think it's okay. Oh yeah, it wasn't too far off, so I wasn't too worried about it. I will go ahead and arm it though. Yeah, especially with a big swing in the barometer pressures there from standard to like 305 or something, would definitely be off the path a lot more. Alright, Tommy, remind me again, your 10,000 foot marker is specifically for what reason? I'm sorry, not 10,000, 10 mile marker. I understand the 4. You want to be fully configured. Start configuration. You can slow up that fast? In 6 miles? Or do you usually do your, once you're grabbing the localizer, starting to do flaps 5? These colors are nice. You hear that bass. Yeah, it's following the speed restrictions. Oh, yes, if following the speed restrictions. Yes, you are bringing your flaps down more, because I'll notice that you won't be 250 all the way up until 10 miles out, basically. How to make the light box? MobiFlight. Everything runs off MobiFlight here. The MCP panel is from 737DIYsim.com. He has free plans to make it. And I made everything here with a 3D printer and a soldering iron, basically. This guy up here is a quick design I made. I have a tabletop CNC to do all the backlighting. Once again, this has got its own Arduino in there, also connected to MobiFlight. So there's three Arduinos here connected to MobiFlight. You can pretty much do anything and everything you can think of with MobiFlight. The hole here is for the APU gauge, which I need to create. Got a servo sitting here specifically for it. I just never got around to doing it yet. And then as far as 3D software, I created everything you see here. I've also made a bunch of other different odd and end things. In fact, I can show you my completely custom CRJ panel, autopilot panel that I made when we get on the ground here. Don't let me forget. I took everything I learned from building this thing and designed my own. I just really need to wire it up at this point. Coming down into the big bowl that is Las Vegas. Start to see the city there. Looks like an apocalypse happened now. All the melted buildings. And there's where we'll be shortly. Airport info, we want to go ahead and pin that. Landing on 26 left, so we'll take a right and try to get the terminal right here. Go ahead and pin this though. Oh, I already pinned it, cool. Saw 7.3 panel, freaking $1,100. Holy crap. Yeah, this is a lot cheaper. need an Etsy page or something to sell, that would be neat. Yeah, I've thought about that before. When I originally made the YouTube channel, I wanted to do a lot of MobiFlight stuff. And Tech Tips was kind of my thing last year, so maybe I should do MobiFlight this year. Just do live streams with designing, so everybody can make fun of my terrible Fusion 360 skills. And whatever product we come up with, we can sell it on Etsy, or actually I could probably just use my Buy Me a Coffee page. And if anyone's interested, I do have the flight data sheet on the Buy Me a Coffee. It should be linked below if you are a VATSIM pilot. It's very handy for keeping track of everything. I know a few of the guys who are actually in the Discord right now are using it. Tommy was one of my beta testers, actually. This is the 800. Two thumbs up. Alright, coming up on 10,000 feet, let's go ahead and get our landing lights on. And runway turn off lights. We should do a shared cockpit. I'll first officer it for you. Yes, that would be a lot of fun, Tommy. Let me know when you can do it. We could even do it on a Friday night or something. We'll do a couple of them off of VATSIM, then we can get on VATSIM and do it together. That'd be a lot of fun. Ooh, look at those colors. Thursdays or Friday. Awesome. Flight data sheet 10 out of 10. Thanks, Diesel. Appreciate it. Bring the heading mode back around, because we're going to be in heading mode here in a second. Coming up on decel point. Go 10 miles here. Yes, definitely. I've got a checklist on my desk. You just answer yes or no. Yes or no, IR. If checked, I assume is what you meant. If checked. Or checked. Gotcha. Yeah, that would be a fun Friday night stream that we do together. I need to get the Fly Tampa scenery simply because of the... what's the big dome that like changes colors and everything? What's it called? You may know.
I think it's just called the dome.
The dome?
I think they call it the sphere.
The sphere.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know you can put your you can edit it or something like that. Put your face on it and whatever.
Put the logo on there.
Logo you can put on there. Yeah.
We'll be flying into Las Vegas with the Noxem logo proudly displayed.
I'm sure.
Sphere, dome,
Edited.
little round thing, all the same. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to get it now. There is our 8,000 foot marker. Las Vegas Sphere at the Venetian Hotel. The thing was, I guess it was under construction when I was going there, or when I went there last year, so I didn't actually get to see it. Don't particularly have a reason to go back to Vegas. Not quite a fit for me, but I wouldn't mind going back for a conference or something for work and checking it out sometime. For some reason, every third-party scenery kills my FPS. Really? Is Caesar's Palace still around? Oh, yeah, absolutely. So let's go ahead and go into heading mode.
Yeah, I'm on top of the center right now.
We are looking for... Oh, you know what? That waypoint's not actually in there. Oh, it is. Shand. No, it's not. Reno. Reno is not in there. Let's go ahead and add it real quick just to have it handy. Reno, and we'll do... Is it /210 at 8,000? Invalid entry. How do you enter? Or do you just do Reno on the left and then 210, 8,000 on the right, maybe? There we go. Execute. I gotta jump out. Of course, someone hit something in here. I'll text you during the week. Ken, talk to you soon. That's for you, Ken. Last time I was in Vegas, the mob was still running the place. Nice.
Probably still true.
Yeah. And we'll hit execute on that here in a moment. Start pulling flaps in. So you guys may have to add Preno like I did. Flying over Boulder City, there's a place called Coffee Cup. That has a fantastic breakfast right below us. And of course you've got Lake Mead I'm looking at right here. A friend of mine who used to work there told me that the feds are deeply entrenched in Vegas now. Oh, I'm sure. Lake Mead is actually raising in water level again. I finally had enough water starting to fill that thing back up. That place was really low when we were there, which looks like it's at a normal-ish level in the sim, but I doubt that is actually representative.
Have you seen the documentaries on that lake?
No, I haven't.
Very
Sounds like it'd be something neat to watch, though. But you still get in trouble for counting cards, just your fingers don't get broken anymore. Let's go ahead and execute this.
Didn't they find a lot of bodies when the lake dried up?
Oh yeah, they were finding bodies all over the place. Got XM race down there. I got a couple. Got an F-16 and an F-14 flying around out here. Could get interesting on our approach here. Now let's go flaps 5. Left turn. Let's head to Preno. Of course, Hoover Dam was definitely worth visiting if you've never been to it. That slowed me way down. Let's just go ahead and do a direct shand. How about that? Direct LNAV. It won't let me. Oh, execute. Here we go. Curious as to why it's slowing me down so much. 176 is programmed in. You hit speed here. You can't do speed intervent and keep the speed because it... I don't know if it's... Okay, must be something with my binding I have here, because when I was pushing it on my MCP here, it wasn't keeping it in speed intervent. I clicked it in the sim, so I need to figure out what binding is wrong on that. There might be an on-release setting in MobiFlight that as soon as it says on-release, it gets rid of it. But we'll keep it 176 here, which is what we're supposed to be at. And we need to descend. Do a level change here. 3,800.
That you on short final, Michael?
Yeah, long final.
Okay, I got some lights in front of me.
Forgot to change my altitude when I was at Breno, but we're catching up to it now.
I'm on a 10-mile final.
Am I right in front of you?
Yeah, the lights I see are directly in front. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Pull some speed brake here just to get back on the glide slope. And we can go back into VNAV. According to the movie Casino, the bodies are all in the desert. Yeah, right. Let's see if we go back into VNAV here. Nope, that didn't help me. Back in the level change. Got the localizers. Let's go into localizer mode.
I'm on my downwind now.
Let's go ahead and go flaps 10.
I can't see any of you guys out there.
Somebody flying right past me here. What sort of panel setup? What sort of panel setup do Ron and Ken use? What do you guys use?
With that,
What kind of setup do you guys have? Let's go into approach mode here.
I just have a HOTUS, that's it, and keyboard and a Xbox controller.
You're down. Accidentally bumped my flaps up too far. Flaps 15. You know what I didn't do?
2,500.
Set my reference speeds. Let's go ahead and slow ref. Rearm speed brakes. Flaps 20. Landing lights can come on, or taxi lights. Ken is in front of us. And flaps 30.
I don't know how I got in front of you.
Well, I went all the way out to that one waypoint, the Reno waypoint.
Okay.
I think I forgot to change my thing to group only.
Oh, group only. For now, I'm happy with my Alpha and Bravo controllers with Logitech pedals. Also have 3 monitors. Yeah, I've got actually 4 monitors set up here. I'm going to show it to you here in a second. Once we get on the ground. Let's focus on the landing here. Speed brake's armed. Auto brake is 2. Flaps are 30. Alright, let's go autopilot off. Graphics card can only handle 3 monitors. Yep. Mine can handle 4. I've also turned on my integrated graphics for another monitor. If ever want to add that. Mainly for something like a FCU or something.
Approaching minimums. 300. Minimums.
Continue.
100. 50.
And I was just on the wrong server.
30. 20.
Which is I should be able to see though.
A little bit of a long landing. Reverser's armed. Get the nose. There we go. And manual braking, see if we can't catch this turn off right here. 60 knots. Reverser's off. Welcome to Las Vegas. Alright, here's the nice thing about this. APU on. Start. Back to on. Diesel says 148. Any other guesses, guys? Flaps can come up. Spoilers back
I
up.
say 122.
122. I haven't checked yet, so I don't even have a clue myself. Any other guesses? Roy says 3. That was a pretty smooth landing. We'll see if 3 is in works for us. What was that? And I assume nobody's coming down the runway. That goes on final. We'll get out of his way. I'll leave these landing lights on because it's hard to see without them. I'm gonna take a right over here on this next taxiway. So terrible gambling, I might as well hand my wallet to the dealer. Yeah. I've had some luck playing blackjack, but that's about it. And that's just playing by the basic rules. I'm not a big gambler. I don't like the statistics behind it. Who is this guy that's sitting 25 feet off the ground over here? Bottomus Prime. And we'll take our next left and head to the terminal. Alright, so it gave me positive 87. What?
You cheating again. Yeah.
What's that?
So you're cheating again.
I know, right? I got those cheats on again. I did float halfway down the runway, but we had a big long runway there, so I was taking full advantage of it. These guys must have sceneries, because there's airports that are, or airplanes that are floating 100 feet up in the air all around me. All right, I don't have a particular gate in mind. Ken, are you on the ground anywhere specific? I see
Yeah,
you.
I'm up here. I'm on this corner up here.
I see
Front
you.
corner of this. I don't know what the number is.
I'm gonna cut this guy off real quick. Gambling wouldn't exist if you actually won, right? Yeah, the house never loses. And we're just gonna imagine that these taxiways don't exist. We're gonna park by Ken. They are flying magic carpets. Yeah, right.
Yeah, now I see you coming. You're on the ground, but I'm looking at one going up past us here in the air.
Yeah, there's quite a few that are floating way up in the air. They must
About to be
have
on fire right now.
some. I bet they've all got that Fly Tampa scenery, if I were to guess. All right, landing lights can
view
come
of
off.
the pyramid.
Yep. Saw that when I started turning around there. And taxi light. And what we'll do is turn our wheel well light on. Gives us this light right here. Here we go. Quick brake set. CPU power on. Forgot to turn my TCAS off. Engine 1 and 2 can go off. Beautiful.
Oh, these two birds look really good sitting side by side.
Yeah, they do. Get the dome light on. Electric pumps off. Probes off. And window heat. APU bleed. Let's make sure everybody is comfortable back there.
That you, Ron?
Yep, I'm down.
See you sneaking up in little Joe there.
Yep, I can hide behind Michael.
Better be careful, I might get blown over. Rev it up real quick, Mike. Let me see if you can flip them.
I'll have to rev my APU up. Might be all I need. Sean said he was on files. Let's go see if we can catch him real quick. I'm gonna turn around here. Where's he at? There he is. The guy was hauling the mail.
Did you see that go by?
Yeah. I do like how the pyramid does have the
Or-
light coming out of it.
Before y'all go to bed, I just want to thank you for the show.
Thanks, Roy, for joining tonight. Appreciate it. All right, Sean, what you got?
Coming down now.
Coming up with the camera. I'm not going too far in the zoom is actually detrimental. This might be why I had a positive landing rate. Look at the runway. It kind of slopes up and down.
Yeah, be careful, Sean. There's a runway in front of you.
Shots
I'll
fired.
give you a mic special.
Magic Mike. Here's what we'll do for you guys. Turn the camera off. One with the overlay here. All right, Sean, you got to beat positive 87. What the smart cars give me? Yep, smart cars gave me positive 87 also.
Oh, no, man. My minus 255 beats a positive 86.
Hey, is your landing gear down?
Yep.
Uh-oh, I can pull up.
Ooh, look at that. Look at that. Ooh. Nose wheel's all crooked.
Right
Look them down center.
I was right on the center line. Nose wheel's still all crooked. Welcome to Korean Air.
That's Korean.
Yeah.
They're trying to sabotage me.
All right, Sean, if you take a right across the runway, it'll get you right to the gates towards us. Hey, Diesel gave you a butter waffle and pancake. Look at that. Good job.
Hopefully, smart cars give me the same.
I don't know. Smart cars isn't it's generous sometimes.
Smart cars is like, I've seen better.
All right, Diesel
Even
gave you a
lenses are
negative.
calm and everything.
Diesel gave you a negative 123. And we couldn't have asked for a better approach though this evening, light and everything.
Well, it's beautiful every time.
Yep. Nailed it. Let's go see if your tail number changed, Magic Mike. If it didn't, I'll take a picture of it. I didn't grab a picture earlier. Oh no, it's not showing anything now. Dang it.
Oh no?
No, we'll have to grab it from the stream. Some fine looking jets right there.
Looking good. We get this Korean Air flight over here. We'll have
I know.
a good looking duck.
You're on the wrong continent. Like, bad. How'd you get here?
And just think, in a couple of more years, we'll have that PMDG 777 flying with it.
A couple more years. Oh, before anybody gets off here, as soon as we get the group photo, I will show everybody the CRJ autopilot panel that I was talking about earlier. You are missing an A320. You right? They rubbed off on me and got me flying this 737. These engines look kind of weird. Maybe just because they're so blocky.
You as a United flight.
Yeah.
Makes more sense than a Korean Air.
Oh yeah.
Ken is Bangladesh Airlines and Michael is Malaysian Airlines.
Oh. All right, here, let me
I
turn.
fly for the Bangladesh.
That's too funny. Let me turn my logo light on for you. The
There,
178.
we don't have to do routine maintenance.
All right, so here is the panel. I don't know if you can see it too well, but it has the same buttons that are on the 737 here. But what I did was the lights.
Where do I need to look to see it? Where you got it at?
It's on the stream, on the camera there. But I 3D printed all this custom stuff, all custom designed. Here you can see the back of it, all the switches. That's a lot of soldering I haven't done yet. A little dark. Give me 1 second here. Let me see if I can brighten it up some for you. These figure. Hopefully that's not too bright. Okay. Let's see.
We
There we
start
go.
selling those.
So what I did on the front of the panel here, you can probably see the backlighting coming through, is I printed in clear plastic and then painted it black. It's actually two pieces because the 3D printer is only so large. We set one up here. You can see
Oh, that's sick, man.
everything together. But what I did with these buttons, it's the same buttons that you see down here, like I said, but these all have LEDs, so I flipped them upside down, and the LED, when the speed mode is active or the approach mode is active, it'll light up, is the idea. And it works on, tabletop testing, but of course you got your disconnect here, your autopilot.
Nice work.
That was all my design from what I learned making the other thing there. And I did order the CAV simulations A320, the little screen on your FCU that we normally have. But then I also ordered the mini cockpit FCU, so I'm not sure if I'll actually get around to using this or not. I would like to, because it's full size versus the mini FCU, which is not full. Get it out of the box here. And here's the screen. It looks just like an actual Airbus from CAV simulations. You just hook that up to the MobiFlight. I've made some push-pull buttons using some just 3D printing methods. And,
I love it.
What's that?
Where did Dev go?
I don't know. And this is not my design, but here's the push-pull button. So one of the things that make the A320 difficult to make, the FCU, is the push-pull rotary encoders. Now, I don't know if you guys can see it too well, but there's these just a little momentary push button in the back, and then the encoder itself has a click. So when you pull on it, the momentary pushes, and then when you push on it, the encoder clicks. Pretty simple design, but the guy who created it, he's on the Home Cockpit Builders web Facebook page. But yeah, you guys were asking about my cockpit. So there's all my monitors with everything set up.
Stuff is sick, man. I don't think I have the space for all that though. Probably like one.
Want to make me some hardware, but I'm not smart enough to figure it out. Yeah, you are. All you got to do is get your hands dirty. It's a lot simpler when you actually start doing it. There's a ton of help out there. The owner of MobiFlight is a very nice guy. There's a ton of support on their Discord and their forums. Nothing that I've done here is outside the realm of anybody.
You want to bet?
I will take that bet. And I will take that bet so much that I will help you figure out whatever the heck it is. All right, guys. I'll be right back. All right, I appreciate everybody joining tonight. I hope you liked that little show and tell there at the end. It was a beautiful approach into Las Vegas, and I appreciate each and every one of you for sticking around, especially if you're here for the whole thing. If you could do me a real quick favor, like, comment, subscribe if you haven't on the stream. It helps me out, helps the channel out. And what do you need to get into that kind of stuff is Diesel's asking. A 3D printer and a soldering iron. Some basic tools. Nothing too complicated. Got a workbench, which I can take pictures of and show when it's a little less messy. It's a little messy. I was working on something earlier. So, that, guys, I will catch you next time. Happy flying, and see ya.